There's a quiet sentence that might be shaping your entire life right now, without you even noticing. And that sentence is, I'll be happy when. When I'm more disciplined, when I fix my finances, when I finally become that version of myself. It sounds harmless. It even feels like motivation. But what if this one sentence is the very thing keeping you stuck? Because instead of bringing you closer to peace, it might be quietly delaying your permission to feel okay. So today, I want to slow this down with you and gently unpack what this mindset is actually doing to your life. The trap of I'll be happy when feels harmless. It even feels productive, like you're holding yourself to a higher standard, like you're working toward a better life, like you're becoming someone you can finally be proud of. It feels like motivation, but if you sit with it for a moment and really sit with it, there's something a little heavier underneath. Because what that mindset is actually doing is delaying your permission to feel okay. It's telling you, not yet, almost there, you're close, but not enough. And the hardest part is there's always another when. You fix your routine, but then you want better discipline. You improve your finances, but then you want more security. You declutter your space, but then you want it to look more aesthetic, more perfect. The finish line keeps moving, and your happiness keeps getting postponed. I remember a phase in my life when I genuinely believed that everything would click once I got my life together. I told myself, once I wake up early every day, I'll feel more in control. Once I stop wasting money, I'll feel responsible. Once I become that version of myself, I'll finally feel enough. So I started chasing. I decluttered, I reorganized, I created routines, and I tried to fix every little habit that didn't fit the version of me I had in my head. And for a while, it worked. There's something undeniably satisfying about a clean space, a reset routine, and a fresh start. It gives you this feeling of control, like you're finally steering your life in the right direction. But then slowly, that same pattern sneaks back in. The clean room becomes normal, the routines become expected, the progress becomes your new baseline. And suddenly, it's not enough anymore. So your mindset shifts the goalpost again. And without realizing it, you're back in the same loop. Still chasing, still waiting, still postponing that feeling of, I'm doing okay. And all of this shows up beautifully and painfully in minimalism as well. At first, minimalism feels freeing. We think to ourselves, once I declutter my space, I'll feel lighter. Once I own less, I'll feel more in control. Once everything is simple, I'll finally feel calm. And honestly, there's truth in that. Your environment does affect how you feel. Less clutter can bring more clarity, less noise can bring more peace. But here's where it gets tricky. Minimalism can quietly turn into another condition, another when. You start with letting go of excess, but then you begin chasing an ideal. The perfect minimal space, the perfect curated life, the aesthetic calm you see online. And suddenly, it's no longer about feeling lighter. It's about getting it right. And if your space doesn't look a certain way, if your habits aren't consistent enough, if your life doesn't feel minimal enough, you delay your peace again. It's not really about discipline or money or minimalism. It's about permission. You have unknowingly tied your emotional well being to future conditions. You've made happiness something you have to earn, something you have to unlock, something that only comes after you have proven yourself. But here's the truth: you don't need to earn the right to feel okay. Right now, as you are, in the middle of the mess, in the middle of figuring things out, you're allowed to feel a sense of okayness. And I know, that sounds simple, almost too simple, because a part of you might be thinking, if I allow myself to feel okay now, won't I stop growing? But interestingly, the opposite tends to happen. When you stop chasing happiness as a reward, you create space for genuine change. Not forced, not rushed, not driven by self criticism, but guided by clarity. Some of the most beautiful moments of my life weren't planned. They weren't part of a routine, they weren't tied to big achievement. They were small, unfiltered, and unexpected. A random conversation that lasted longer than it should have. A quiet evening where nothing productive happened, but everything felt okay. A moment where I wasn't trying to fix myself, just existing. And when I look back, those are the moments that stayed. Not the perfectly executed plans, not the version of life I was trying so hard to control, but the moments where I wasn't waiting to feel okay. Most memorable plans of my life weren't really plans to begin with. They were pauses, moments where I stopped chasing the next version of myself and just allowed the current version to exist. And maybe that's what we forget. Life isn't something that starts once everything is fixed. It's happening right now, in between the unfinished routines, in between the imperfect habits, in between the versions of you that are still growing. You don't really have to wait to arrive somewhere to feel something. So maybe today, instead of asking, what do I need to fix before I can feel happy? You gently shift the question to, what if I allowed myself to feel a little okay right now? A little softer with yourself, a little less critical, a little more present. Because the truth is, there will always be something to improve. Another habit to fix, another goal to reach, another version of you to grow into. That part never really ends. But your life, your actual lived experience, is happening in between all of that. And if you keep postponing your happiness, waiting for the perfect moment to arrive, you might miss the quiet, beautiful moments that are already here. So I hope today you loosen your grip, even just a little. You stop holding your happiness behind conditions, you stop asking for permission to feel okay, and you allow yourself to be here, just as you are, and let that be enough. Before you go, I want to leave you with something small to reflect on. What's one I'll be happy when that you've been quietly carrying lately? Maybe it's about your routine, your finances, your space, or even the version of yourself you're trying to become. Take a second and just notice it. And if you feel comfortable, share it in the comments. I genuinely love to read through them. And if this video made you pause, even just a little, I'd love for you to stay and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.